Okay, welcome back to the Pach-Attack. Got a question from Twitter, @CoffeeKid. Apple makes a lot of money on mobile gaming. Do you think they might release a console of sorts? I don't think Apple makes very much money on mobile gaming at all. We download a lot of games. Most are free to play. The ones that you pay, a 30% fee to Apple for, that's probably a couple $100 million, and this is a company that does billions and billions and billions of dollars in device sales. So when you think about an iPad or an iPhone costing $500, I'd say the average person maybe lifetime spends $20, $30 on mobile game downloads. So the profits on mobile gaming are peanuts compared to the profits they make from selling the device. Will they develop a console? Yeah, I think they might. I think that Apple probably won't develop a dedicated console. I think what they'll probably do is incorporate gaming into the Apple television that they're rumored to be coming out with. I think that you'll be able to use your iPad or your iPhone as a controller. I think you can use your iPad or your iPhone as a device to receive movie content and display on that television as well. But I think gaming will be the glue that allows them to cross-sell the television. I'm not sure you're going to need it. I mean, I think that you probably can do the same thing with your iPhone and with an Xbox. I mean, I think you could probably get that game onto your TV screen that way. The next generation Xbox, I'm certain you'll be able to do that. So not really sure that we're going to care. I also am not sure the direction of tablets. I mean, as tablets get more powerful, you're going to be able to play console quality games with the tablet as your processor. I just don't know if we really want to play on a tablet, really complicated game. I think people like the form factor of a dedicated controller, and that's another reason why I think the Wii U is having trouble. The dedicated controller is kind of the way that hardcore gamers like to play. There's a reason we have it, because it makes perfect sense and it does the things we want to do. Maybe that morphs so we use a tablet and we use a touchscreen. I don't think that that's likely. And I don't think Apple has any competitive advantage in the console gaming space. So I think Apple will continue to own this casual market, and I think they'll do really well with mobile phone and mobile tablet type games. I'm not sure they're ever going to really dominate on the console side, but we'll see. They're a pretty resourceful company. Our next question from a Pach-Attack favorite on Twitter, @NefariousDuck. Will games stay at $60 for the next round of consoles, or will there be a whole new pricing structure? That's a quite intelligent question. The answer, I believe, will be games will be at $60, but I believe you're going to see an evolution of the pricing structure. And by evolution, we actually saw this in the past cycle. We saw downloadable content introduced as add-ons to games. And what downloadable content did early on was it extended the life of the packaged product that you paid $60 for. So you could play a new map, or you could play several new levels in games. I played Fallout 3, and the downloads were all like separate missions. I mean, a whole new universe that you went into. Call of Duty, as you know, has downloadable map packs or drops. I think you're seeing games designed more and more in the last couple of years where there's a plan to sell DLC. So instead of it being an add-on, it's actually part of the original game plan. I think you see that evolve. So I think that you're going to see new games in the next generation that have very specific functionality given to you for the $60, and what otherwise you might consider essential functionality offered as an add-on for extra money. So I've said this before, I really believe this is going to happen. I think the new Bungie game very well might be a single-player only experience. I think that the disc will be required to play multiplayer, but I don't think they're going to let you play multiplayer unless you pay some type of add-on fee. And I think that add-on fee is very likely to be a subscription. So again, I've gotten vilified by the internet faithful about how I'm just a greedy suit who thinks that we should screw the gamer. It's not that I think we should, I think we're going to, and I think that we, as the publishers who have content that the gamer wants, I think they're going to figure out a way to extract as much money for that content as possible. So what I really think you're going to see, I think the Bungie case is going to be the Bungie game is going to be the poster child for this. I think they'll give you a single player, high quality experience for $60. And I think if you want an ongoing experience with multiplayer, they're going to ask you to pay a subscription. Now, it might not be as expensive as $5 a month. It might be something like $1 a week, and if you don't play, you don't pay. So it might be something modest. If you only play 1 week a month, then it's not going to cost you very much to do it. I think that if they charge you a monthly subscription or weekly subscription, they're virtually obligated to give you content as you pay. So I think you're going to see much, much more frequent downloads. I think it'll be probably something on the order of monthly map packs or expansions to the game. And so you really do, you're going to find that you want to pay because you're going to get something new every week or every month. But I think that's the right studio. That's the right type of game to attract a subscription. I think Activision will be very happy if they have 2 or 3 million subscribers, and that they don't have 25 million people, that they have to provide server support for and call center support for. And I think if they can extract something out of the 2 or 3 million faithful, they'd be happier than extracting nothing out of the 25 million that they have playing Call of Duty. So my bias is this is coming, and it'll come with the right product. That product is probably the Bungie game. But that's the evolution of the model. I don't think people are going to test the $60 price point. I think that price point is about the maximum that the gamer is really willing to pay for a packaged product. Again, I think you see an evolution of the model to something closer to subscription, some type of serialized content where you actually get value for your subscription. Another question this week from Raymond. Hey, Mr. Pachter. Today I learned about the Canadian exclusive Wii Mini. As a Canadian, I am used to getting the short end of the stick. Poor Canadians. So I was surprised to see Nintendo offer this redesign only here, which is a much smaller market. Why Canada and why now? I think that with the Wii Mini, I think Nintendo is just experimenting to see if they can, they can sell something, and Canada is an interesting test market. It's about as big as California in terms of population, so it's a pretty big place. You've got lots of different markets that they can test out marketing, and they can try one thing in Toronto, one thing in Montreal, one thing in Vancouver, and they can kind of see, and I'm not leaving out Calgary and Edmonton on purpose, just there are many markets where you can get, see the different impact and see exactly how to spin. And I think that they do it solely for that reason, that it's just a very easy place to roll out a device to a large population, see if it works, market it in a bunch of different ways. And so I think you should say how fortunate you are to be a Canadian, because you get things before everybody else. I know most of my friends are just really heartbroken that we don't get an opportunity to buy a Wii Mini, because we all wanted to downsize our Wii to a Wii Mini and save 20 bucks in the process. The why now, I think the Wii Mini, I think had I done a Pach-Attack back in 2009 when I talked about the Wii HD, had I thought clearly at the time, I probably would have prognosticated a Wii Mini at the same time. I just think Nintendo's a few years late. So, the Wii U is the Wii HD. It's coming 3 years too late. The Wii Mini was a great idea back in 2008, 2009. They probably should have brought it out. They're way too late. Poor Nintendo. I just think that they try way hard to get things right. It takes them a long time. The eShop is about 7 or 8 years too late. I think that online multiplayer for Nintendo is about 7 or 8 years too late. Nintendo's got great ideas. It's just that they're, great ideas from the last decade. So the Wii Mini is one of them. All right, fellow babies, thanks for joining us again on this week's Pach-Attack. If you have a question, submit it at the link below, or you can submit it to me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. And you have to copy at Rohan Likes Pants, because not only does he select all the questions, but he is a whore for Twitter followers, and he really, really likes pants.
See this and other GT shows and game reviews on the GT Originals iOS app, available now on the App Store.
Okay, don't hit any boats. Oh, there's a duck. He's good looking.
And people can click those videos and it'll launch them back to the site.
God, that's awesome. All right, fellow babies, thanks for joining us. You can check out more episodes on GameTrailers.com, or you can check out the videos on the right. That's my left, I know, but if you're looking at me, That's the right side of the screen. Click on those videos. You can check out some other game trailer shows. Thanks for joining us.